Well, there is a new honor roll at the New York Times tonight with 4 names on it. And those 4 names appear in the defendant block of this crazy lawsuit filed by Donald Trump today, which takes its place now as the single most ridiculous lawsuit ever filed by the most ridiculous litigant in American political history, Donald Trump. No American politician has filed more frivolous lawsuits than Donald Trump.
Donald Trump has once again turned the legal system into his personal weapon. This time, he's targeting the New York Times with what may be the most absurd lawsuit of his political career. But why now? The answer may have less to do with justice and everything to do with distraction.
Donald Trump knew that the most incompetent FBI director in history, who is also incompetent at actually tying a necktie, would be testifying in the Senate Judiciary Committee and would be asked questions about Donald Trump's old friend, Jeffrey Epstein. So Donald Trump knew he would want something to distract from that today. And Donald Trump knew that the New York Times yesterday delivered another massive investigative report of Donald Trump's finances, which Donald Trump desperately wants to distract from with the most ridiculous lawsuit he has ever filed. And so our first guest tonight will be the next New York Times reporter who Donald Trump will want to sue, whose reporting shows the President of the United States was taking part in a deal taking $2 billion in personal money for him and his partners in the form of an investment from the United Arab Emirates this year while Donald Trump's president. Now, that would be an impeachable offense for any other president in history. Donald Trump this year, as president of the United States, took part in a $2 billion private transaction that will benefit him financially, personally.
Trump's lawsuit isn't just ridiculous, it's strategic. On the very same day, the FBI was being grilled in the Senate about Jeffrey Epstein. And just after the Times dropped another bombshell report on Trump's shady finances, Trump needed a distraction. And he pulled one straight from his legal circus.
Just imagine what Republicans would be saying tonight if Joe Biden did that. Just imagine what Republicans would be saying tonight if any Democrat ever did anything like that. Donald Trump is trying to stoke fake Republican outrage right now over a member of the Federal Reserve Board of Governors allegedly falsifying information on a mortgage application for a second home. And Republicans went along with Donald Trump's demand for their outrage over the possibility that someone in government service claimed that a second home would be her primary residence on a mortgage application. And it turns out that that accusation by Donald Trump is false. As we reported on this program last night, the best state of the evidence at this point is that Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook plainly indicated that she was seeking a mortgage for a second home. And Lisa Cook managed to get an interest rate on her mortgage that was above the prevailing rate at the time in that community that anyone could have gotten.
And while Trump sues reporters for doing their jobs, the New York Times revealed something explosive: a $2 billion deal involving Trump, his partners, and the United Arab Emirates, while he was still president. If any other president had done this, impeachment would already be underway.
Donald Trump has been able to summon Republican outrage and widespread right-wing media attacks against a black woman who serves on the Federal Reserve Board by Donald Trump lying about a mortgage that she got for a second home. And Donald Trump's telling this lie about her while Donald Trump was taking $2 billion personally as president of the United States from a foreign government. He just took it. A cash investment in one of Donald Trump's new businesses created while he was president. And the New York Times reporting on this is even worse because the United Arab Emirates got something from Donald Trump at the same time. something they couldn't get from President Joe Biden, something they badly wanted. And so if this were any other president, including any previous Republican president, there would be an impeachment investigation in the House of Representatives right now on the $2 billion Donald Trump got for himself and his family and his business partners this year while president from the United Arab Emirates. And whether that is a reason that Donald Trump allowed the United Arab Emirates to obtain the world's most advanced and scarce computer chips from the United States. But there is no impeachment investigation of those transactions tonight because Republicans control the House of Representatives and Donald Trump controls Republicans. Donald Trump knows what he has done as president of the United States in this first year of his presidency. And Donald Trump is so desperate to make sure Republicans still control the House of Representatives next year and the year after that he wants to redistrict every Republican state he can to retain more and gain more Republican seats in the House of Representatives so that in the next Congress, there won't be a Democratic chair of the House Judiciary Committee conducting an impeachment investigation of Donald Trump for possibly, among other things, the $2 billion that the New York Times is now reporting on. The Senate Judiciary Committee hearing today was chaired by Senator Chuck Grassley, who will turn 92 years old tomorrow. Senator Grassley has spent more than half of his life in the United States Congress, 50 years, the last 44 of those years in the United States Senate. He went from being a hardworking member of Congress to being a hardworking, very conservative member of the United States Senate, deeply attentive to Iowa's interests in the Senate, to an embarrassment on his good days now and an utter Trumpian disgrace the rest of the time. Today's hearing began, as all Senate hearings do, with the chair asking the first questions.
And yet, while Trump cashes in billions from foreign governments, he pushes fake outrage against others. The hypocrisy isn't just stunning, it's dangerous. This is how Trump controls the narrative, keeping Republicans in line while silencing accountability. This is the bigger picture: lawsuits, lies, and distractions, all tools in Trump's arsenal to cover up corruption. The question is, will America finally hold him accountable, or will the circus continue?